But I'm just really, really thankful for veterans. And I had a touching, it really wasn't a conversation. I was just listening yesterday to a friend as we were sitting in church waiting for our Sunday school class to begin. And we were talking about the election. And this gentleman served in Vietnam. And he was talking about how happy he was that Donald Trump won the election, because he said he had never fully realized until the returns started to come in how perilously close we were to having what he and other veterans have fought for compromised in a very, very serious way. We know the Democrats have disguised their attack on freedom of speech as an attack on misinformation. We know that they would like to get rid of the Second Amendment. We know that they have ignored the Supreme Court rulings on rent moratoriums, on student loan bailouts, on vaccine mandates. They have used the Justice Department to disadvantage certain people, ladies praying outside abortion clinics, school parents who go to meetings and protest DEI and other wokeness. Oh, and yes, Donald Trump. And as I listened to my friend, he said, you know, it just as the results came in and I saw the election trending toward Trump, I realized, like, wow, this is amazing. And he gave credit to God, as we should, those of us who prayed about the results of the election, and not really, you know, I said that wrong, like not even really prayed about the results, because the results were going to be what the results were going to be, because God's in control of everything. And I full well knew, and the only way I could really reach any peace with the election before the results came in was that as someone who lives their life where God has the ultimate authority, and you know that he either allows something that you think is bad to happen, or he causes something to happen because he has a greater purpose in it. And so I was able in the days ahead of the election to gain some degree of peace with the fact that no outcome was going to happen unless God either allowed it or caused it. And I know my friend feels the same way. And yet he said, you know, he's just so thankful that God gave us a chance to recapture our love for the foundations of America. And in his case, because he has an impact from Vietnam, where they use a lot of chemicals and Agent Orange and things like that. He has health issues related to his service in the U.S. military. Never complains about it. He's not sorry he did it, not sorry he went, not sorry he served. And likewise, you know, my father served in World War II, and I've always been extremely struck by the fact that he never talked about anything he saw in war other than just the camaraderie he shared with his fellow soldiers. I never thought to ask him about it when I was really, really young. And then as I got older, I realized if he wanted to talk about it, he would. And he must not want to talk about it. And I didn't want to take him to a place that would be unhealthy for him. So Veterans Day is exceedingly special to me because I love the United States of America. I never served in the military. I'm fully supportive of the military, and I hope that you all are as well. And I'm very grateful for the people who continue to serve in what is now an all-volunteer force. And one of those people, Dakota Meyer, will be the Grand Marshal of the New York City Veterans Day Parade today. Dakota Meyer is, I think, the second youngest recipient of the Congressional Medal of Honor. Served in Afghanistan, defied orders. How do you win the Medal of Honor defying orders? Well, you go into where you know that some of your buddies are either missing or dead in an area held by Taliban insurgents, and you pull their bodies out and rescue some of your compatriots who otherwise would have died without your valor. So here's Dakota Meyer, not talking about himself, but talking about America and what should unite us.
when you talk about the sheer strength of the American military that protects all of our values here, to be able to vote the way that you want to be able to believe the way you want to be able to practice the religion that you want to, it's true, sheerly protected by the sheer strength of the American citizens who not only believe in these ideas of democracy, but are willing to take action on that and protect and defend them. And that's the men and women who wear the uniform. And so to be able to go out and continue to advocate for them and to be able to show that. But I think what I want people to do this Veterans Day is look at our veterans and look at our military and see that the power of unity, of coming together for a common belief of the greater good, is what we all have amongst us as Americans.
Hopefully so. I'm not sure that message has quite yet gotten through to Democrats. They still seem to be working through their grief. But Dakota Meyer went on to talk about what sets the United States of America apart from other nations.
You know, this country is the only country where us as service members that we raise our right hand and we swear an oath to a piece of paper, the Constitution of the United States, not to a person, not to a king, not to a queen. We do it to the Constitution. It says we the people. And so we the people are the true strength of this country. And I think we've seen that over and over again. When we get frustrated with a system, we get frustrated with the political side, it still comes back to that there is no single seat in our political government, anything that is going to have more power than we the people.
And that does set us apart. So I applaud all veterans. Thank you for your service. And Dakota Meyer went on to say that the best thing you can do for a veteran is live a life worthy of the sacrifices that they have made. And the sacrifices are great, just the sacrifices of time. If you know a veteran, they obviously didn't lose their life in service to the country. 18 million people, civilians and military, died in World War I. 73 million people worldwide died in World War II. 50,000 American soldiers died in Vietnam.